civilizations that were extinguished by it.
But
Who
why?
knows?
This is
Maybe
murder.
their hands were
If they
tied
know how to
somehow.
defend themselves against the High Ones,
Very
why didn't they
well.
share that knowledge?
I
Who
agree,
knows?
Kalaya.
Maybe their hands were tied somehow.
Or they didn't want to get involved for some reason.
Or that. But that's just speculation. What we do know is that neither the Red Madness, the High Ones, nor the Cleansing could harm them, and that their knowledge might be the key to completing the beacon. Would you look at that? Welcome to the memories of the Ancient Fathers. Let's see what we can learn from it. Yes, the Grand Master was right about this. The Pyrean history should perfectly reflect the different phases of the cycle, including the cleansing.
Gave me a new target, didn't it? Examine the old reliefs for similarities in Vin's history.
The sixth step. The cycle concludes, the cleansing happens, and mankind vanishes, just like that. Do you see this temple in the background? This must be the temple in the city of 1,000 floods, the heart of the Pyrean realm.
Or that one? One of those two.
That's the first step of the cycle. Out of nothing, life forms itself, and from that life, man evolves and starts populating the earth. The second step of the cycle, just as the Grandmaster said. A first civilization arises, blossoms, and falls. For us, it was Asadoron's reign of the Eterna, which collapsed after Starfall. Who knows what it was in the age of the Pyreans? Let me see. Yes, this is the creation of a theocracy. After the first civilization falls, a second one arises. That is reigned over by a few who proclaim themselves gods. Do you see the hats? These were the sun priests of the Pyrean realm, the equivalent of our Lightborn.
That's step number 4, the downfall of the rulers. For us, it was the Shadow God and Narazul Aranthiel who killed the Lightborn. In the Pyrean Age, it was this general, Jakal. He was a member of one of the reigning castes himself, but one day turned against them. The Archmagister told me all about it. He was the Pyrean Shadow God and the Pyrean Taurenar Quarak, all in one, so to speak.
The chaos, the war, the red madness. This is the fifth step, where we are right now. Do you see this shape in the background? This must be the High Ones, who are behind all of it. The cycle nears its end. And after the sixth step, it all starts over. So this is the final proof. Everything that has happened to the Pyreans, and probably to those before them too, is now happening to us.
We knew that already. How exactly does that help us find the Numenos?
That's the question, but by the gods. Malthus, bless your mankind. It ascends to the sky, to the High Ones. Mankind doesn't vanish at the end of a cycle. It becomes a High One.
That's what Korek wants. What?
That is how they reproduce, how they feed, or whatever you wish to call it. Don't you see? These shapes that ascend skywards. They're thoughts, our consciousness, our souls, and all of them together form a new High One.
So you are saying that what a High One really is the consciousness of an entire civilization?
Yes, it's our memories, our thoughts, our dark knowledge, our collective consciousness. This This is monstrous.
So that's what the cleansing really is? The creation of a new high one from a civilization?
Yes, yes, by the righteous path, that's it. Korek is right. In a way,
Yeah.
humanity does reach a new level of existence because it becomes one of those beasts.
But even knowing all that, it still doesn't help us. We still don't know what this Numenos is.
Oh, yes, we do. The word of the dead. You said the aged man left it for you, didn't you?
Yep. Yes? Why?
Then this is the way. The Numenos. I know what it is. Or rather, what we need to fill it with. The essence of a high one.
The essence of a high one? What makes you think that?
It's hard to explain. The problem with the high ones is that they don't have a physical shape, and this makes it hard to fight them. They are everywhere and nowhere, just like the air. This is why we need the beacon to fight it. It has the power to banish them.
Because it is the counterpart to the high ones. That's old news. But what makes you think a high one's essence is what the Numenos needs to be filled with?
It's an assumption, but a well-grounded one. What the beacon does is channel massive amounts of energy and unleash it on its core. Isn't it logical, then, that we need something of what we want to banish? Like an energy signature inside it. It might sound far-fetched to you, but it feels right.
Kinda sounds right to me. It needs needs something to focus on to know what to target at. So, if it has a piece of a high one, it knows what energy to look for to wipe out. Makes sense to me. It feels right. It is hardly as good basis upon which to make such an important decision.
You're correct. It is not. But I don't see that we have any alternatives. Do you?
I agree with her. Alright then, even if it is true, how in blazes are we supposed to get our hands on the essence of a high one?
Well, this is where it gets complicated. But I think I also have an answer to that.
No?
The word of the dead.
Ah,
We need to use it on a high one, to enter its mind. If there is any place we can find a high one's essence, it is there.
But even if that would work, where are we supposed to find a high one?
yeah.
You said it yourself, Magistrate. They don't have a physical form, and even if they had, they surely wouldn't reveal themselves to us.
But they have
That's
to
correct. But I know where to find one.
They have shown themselves to me before. And where is that?
Where the last cleansing took place. That is where we need to go. And once we are there, you need to listen to the echo.
Of
But
course.
since the
You
high
can see
ones
what
are
happened back then.
immaterial and will not correct, the echo grants you the ability to feel and relive the memories of this world. Yes, this means that we have to find the holy city of the Pyreans, where the last cleansing took place, the city of floods.
What makes you think the word of the dead will work on a memory? I thought it can only enter the minds of the deceased.
Yes, but we just learned that devouring us is what allows the High Ones to create a new one of their own. In other words, death is what a High One consists of. It's a giant, sentient, and ethereal corpse in a way. If the word of the dead doesn't work on them, it shouldn't work on anything. At least, that is one way to see it. Let us hope I'm right.
And where are we supposed to find this city of floods?
Well, I hope this place can help us find the answer. If the ancient starlings witnessed the entire cycle of the Pyreans, then they surely knew a lot about the geography of the world as it was back then as well. We need to keep searching. Come, let us go back to the tower.
Entities who reproduce by devouring the consciousness of an entire civilization? That's just bizarre.
Is it? Don't we ourselves breed pigs so that we may eat them once they're fat enough? In a way, the High Ones are just like us, except that it's our thoughts that they are after rather than our bodies. It bears a certain kind of logic. You cannot deny that.
Knowing that, Quarek's story about mankind ascending to another level isn't as far-fetched as it first sounded.
Yeah.
We don't cease to exist. We coalesce into something else. Into a high one.
Yes, but is this new High One really us? Or does it just need us to come forth? Yes, we know now that this is how they reproduce. But we still know far too little. How did they come into being? How long has this been going on? So many questions.
True, but if I may say so, Magistra, we should save the philosophical questions for after we have stopped the cleansing.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, almost there.
Well then, let's see what...
Kermai?
They are here! They have been here all along!
There.
Kermai! Where by the righteous path were you?
He was a fool to bring you here! You soil-born are too dangerous! You've always been! But he was too blinded! Blinded by his dream to finally finish her and sail home!
I don't like this, Magistra.
No.
What are you talking about, Kermai? The fact that the ancient starlings left this city doesn't have it to do with us.
Stop talking! Darn it, you are so ignorant! They are here, but they won't reveal themselves to us because they don't accept your presence! Because you are unworthy of them!
The Magistrate is one of the most capable arcanists on Enderal. If this were some kind of illusion, she would have sensed through it by now.
Nonsense! Even your mightiest of magics is child's play compared to the ancient technology. He will prove his worth to them. He will show that he deserves to live among them. The soil-born have to die, and then the fathers will reveal themselves. But how?
Kermai, stop this! Right now!
The defense system, of course.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
They will understand.
To arms.
What is this?
Forgive him. It has to be done.
Find the map and leave!
If I leave through here, I should be able to heal. It's just escape from the Steel Dragon, so...
Focus. Here, focus. That was all of them. That was all of them, I think.
I think so.
Saira, what happened up there? The Magistra, she didn't deserve that.
Kermai seemed to have activated some kind of alarm. These machines, they must have been designed to defend the city.
Yes, of course. But what now, Saira? We now know what the Numinos is, but we still need a map to help us find the City of 1,000 Floods. And surviving these creatures will be a challenge too.
What about the starship? We need to warn Jaspar and Lijarm.
Yes, you're right, we do. That means back to the dock. Come on, let's get back to that elevator.
Ow.
So much for that.
So we need to find another way back, down.
Correct. That's the plan. Magistra Draela, dead. She was already a keeper long before the Grandmaster was even born. It's just not fair. Yes?
They either stand here, or the quest is here. Well, that's not opening again. So I'm kind of stuck in here. Find a way to return to the starship. That's what I need to do, but how am I supposed to do this? I've already pulled that again. The stairs don't open again, so that's not the way.
That looks good. Let us hope it also leads us down the tower. Enemies, get ready. Focus, Kalia. Focus.
I'm currently using sharp steel arrows, and they're only damage 6. I'm not going to worry about picking these up.
Prepare yourself. There.
I think I need to heal a bit. At least I've lost, or they've lost me. Anything over this way that I want? This is so dark.
There.
I did see something I wanted over this way. There it is. It'll add more carry weight once I eat it. Is that Kalia or Kalia? And how did she get up there? Still want to get up there.
Enemies, get ready. That was all of them.
That's something just floating there. What the? Just disappeared. Thinking that's the way I need to go. And this is the way I want to go. And this is why I wanted to come this way. And that chest didn't have anything worth it in there. Nothing for me on this side. Nothing in there. Probably not somewhere you really want to be going.